What's up, 8th grade? How we doing? This is your first day of online learning on Google Classroom, and I'm really excited that we get the chance to do this. I hope that you've all been really well. Yes, my face is a little red just because I've been sunburned, but it's okay. I hope that you're getting to spend some time outside and enjoy some of this lovely weather that we're having on this quarantine break. It is still okay to go outside, and it's definitely okay to play. Definitely okay to go on a walk, do whatever you gotta do, okay? But back to the video for today. Today we're going to be talking about slope and slope-intercept form. We've done a lot of this already, but it's just a nice refresher video from where we started off with. So let's get to the video. Transition. All right, 8th grade. What we're going to be talking about is slope and slope-intercept form. So I want us to all remember that there are 4 different types of slope, okay? The first type of slope is going to be a positive slope, where it's going up from left to right, okay? A negative slope is going down from left to right. There's also no slope or a zero slope, which goes from left to right and it doesn't go up or down. And then there's also an undefined slope, which only goes up or down and it doesn't go left or right at all. Okay, so we can also think of no slope as 0 over infinity and undefined slope as infinity over 0. Okay, but it's really important to remember positive and negative slope. So there's also 4 different ways that we've learned how to find slope. Most commonly, we've just looked at rise over run, where it is how much does it go up or down by, and then right or left. And you can also see that that is what is shown down in this left column or this left box down here. Another way that we can look at this is by looking at slope-intercept form, which is right in this box over here, and we can find slope because it is denoted as m, especially in our slope-intercept form where it literally gives us our slope. What we need to be a little bit better with is trying to find slope from 2 points, which is where we do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, and we can use this when we have 2 points. So let's try an example of that right now. Find the slope of the line containing the points 1, 2, and 5, 7. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I am going to label my points. So this is going to be my x1, y1, and I'm sorry that my handwriting is not great. And this is going to be my x2, y2. So now I need to remember my formula, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So I have 7 minus 2 over 5 minus 1, which equals 5 over 4, and that is my slope. So the slope of this line is 5/4. Not too bad, right? Let's go to that one next step, and let's look at slope-intercept form. Everything is given to us in the name. Y equals mx plus b gives us our slope and the y-intercept of a line, which is great. This is how we're going to be writing almost all of our equations of lines, especially when it's linear. So let's jump right into some examples. Find the slope and the y-intercept of the given equation. This is clearly written in slope-intercept form. So what I need to do is I'm trying to look for my m and I'm looking for my b. I can see here that my m is 5 because it's right next to my x. I'm sorry, this is a 5. And I can see that my b is positive 10. This was everything that the question was asking for, and it was already given to us in slope-intercept form. Let's try another example. In this scenario, I'm going to try to write an equation when it's given me the slope already, and it's giving me the y-intercept as a point. So if I try to think about what slope-intercept form is again, I'm going to write that out, not in white. It is y equal mx plus b. I know that my m is 10, so my answer is going to be y equals 10x. It's an equal sign. And then I see my x value for my y-intercept is always going to be 0. But I'm looking for my y value at this point. In this case, it's negative 20. So I can make this minus 20 over here. So my equation of a line whose slope is 10 and y-intercept is negative 20 is y equals 10x minus 20. Got my 10 because it told me that's what my slope was. And for my y-intercept point, the y value was negative 20. So I can just make that minus 20. Let's try another example. I'm going to try to write an equation of a line and slope-intercept points only using 2 points. This is probably the most difficult part of this section that we're going to be doing right now. So the first thing that I need to do is I need to find the slope. So I am going to label my points first. So this is x1, y1, and x2, y2. I need to remember my formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So I have 2 minus 6 over 3 minus 1, which gives me negative 4 over 2. Negative 4 divided by 2, in fact, equals negative 2. So I know that my slope is negative 2. So I'm going to take this information, y equals negative 2x plus b. This next part that I need to do is I need to take one of my points and plug it into the equation. I am going to take this point 3, 2 and plug it into my equation. So my x value goes to where my x is, and my y value goes to where my y is. So I have 2 equals negative 2 times 3 plus b. So 2 equals negative 6 plus b. I'm trying to solve for b, so I need to add by 6 now, and I get 8 equals b. So I know what my m is, and I know what my b are. So this is y equals negative 2x plus 8. And that is going to be my final answer. And if you have probably problems trying to follow me on that, it would probably be good to rewatch this part of the video and really kind of slow it down and make sure that you're following each step of where I'm going. So I'm going to try this for one more example, one more time. So I need to find the equation of a line given the points 2, 3, and 6, 4. So first thing I need to do is I need to label my points. So this is going to be x1, y1, and x2, y2. And I need to remember my slope formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So I have 4 minus 3 over 6 minus 2. So I get 1 over 4. So 1/4 is my slope. So I know I have, so far, y equals 1/4 x plus b. Now, I'm going to use this second point just because I want to. I could be using the other formula or the other equation if I wanted to. I'm just not going to in this case, okay? So, I need to take my x value and plug it in where my x is, and take my y value and plug it in where my y is. So I get 4 equals 1/4 times 6 plus b. So I get 4 equals 6/4 plus b. Now, what I need to do is I need to change this 4 to have a common denominator of 4. I know that 4 times 4 equals 16, and 16 divided by 4 equals 4. Okay, so I'm going to take this 16/4 and plug it in for 4 here. So I get 16/4 equals 6/4 plus b. So since I'm trying to solve for b, I need to subtract this 6/4 on both sides, and I ultimately get 10/4 equals b. So now I have my m and I have my b, so I need to write it in slope-intercept form. So I have y equals 1/4 x plus 10/4, and that is my final equation. So again, if you have any questions, feel free to privately message me or to email me, but in fact, your assignment for this video is to write down one question that you have from this video or one point of clarification, as in what was one point in here that really helped you understand this a little bit more or made things